So they're the foundational things you need to have in place before you get started. You need to have some idea about your identity, you need to have some idea about your niche, and you need to have some idea about your elegant business model. Once you've, and probably you want to spend time creating that within the first sort of few months. You create those basic things. Once you, in the first couple of months, first few months, once you've got those things clear for yourself and you're starting to build a community around those foundational principles, that's when you enter your business growth phase. This is where you've got a low-end product, you've got something for free in return for details, you've got a low-end product, and you're now starting to build your business and create some profit. I believe before you go out and spend money on branding and money on all sorts of different, real special websites and special consultants to help you out with things, make some cash. You need to get your cash flow secure. So you want to spend a little bit of time, no more than a month or two. And for many people, our $1 Million Masterclass members get that entire foundational phase complete. They get that entire foundational phase complete in a weekend. So it's possible to get it complete in a weekend. But you want to give yourself no more than a month or two to get those foundational things in place. Once they're in place, then what you want to do is make sure that you're spending time on cash flow and revenue generating activities. Building your list and getting cash flow from that list. So in that business growth phase, here are the things to focus on. Number one, building your list. And I say list, but probably a better word is community. I believe you need to build your community. And your community, a list is different to a community. I hear many marketers talk about building your list. A list is just a name of names and email addresses of people who are interested in what you teach. But a community is a list of people, their names and email addresses, plus or multiplied by the relationship you have with them. If you have a good relationship with your list, you're going to have a much more profitable business than if you just have a list of names and emails and you bombard them with crap all the time. You need to build trust and relationship with people. That's vital. And I call that building your community. So phase number one of your business growth is to build your community. Phase number two, as your community is building, not phase number two, but at the same time, once your community is starting to build, you then need to generate cash flow from that community. So you need to start selling your products or selling your services to that community in a powerful and impactful way. So if you've already got a community, are you making enough cash flow? And if not, then you've just got to increase your sales. But if you've got a good sales system but no community, well then you need to focus on building up your community. You guys get the idea? So once you've built up your community, once you're making some cash flow in this business growth phase, then the third phase is to automate it all as much as possible. It's to leverage and automate. So we build community, we make sales, then we leverage and automate. That's the business growth phase. Now, phase three, and for those of you who've been speaking for a while and you've got phase 1 and 2 in place, phase 3 is your branding phase. This is where you can now look back over what you've created over the last 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, however long you've been in business now. And you will have learned some stuff about what people love about you. You will have learned some stuff and created a brand around your name or your company's name. For instance, our company is called Shift Enterprises. We've got Shift Speaker Training, we have Shift Lifestyle and so on. And we've really started to create a brand or a flavor around that, of down to earth, of cheeky, of straight from the heart, that kind of brand. Once you've built up a brand like that, you can leverage it and apply it to other things. Think of Richard Branson with the Virgin brand, for instance, or Rich Dad, Poor Dad with the Rich Dad brand, right? Once you've gone through business growth, once you've got cash flow, then you can afford to start venturing out into branding what it is you're doing, spending a bit more money on getting exactly the right look and feel. You want to have it close when you start, but it doesn't have to be perfect. The main thing to focus on to start with is cash flow, and if you're not focusing on that, you're really not going to stick with it long enough. You need to make some money or you're not going to love it. So branding then comes third. This is where you then go out to your database, you find out what they're thinking about you, you ask them what they want, and maybe you can start to create other products or other brands under your umbrella brand where you can really start to leverage what it is you've built up over time as a speaker. You see, as a speaker, your personality becomes a big part of your brand. Now, many people out there will tell you you don't want to have your personality associated with your business because then you can never sell it or whatever. Listen, the truth of the matter is that Rich Dad Poor Dad just sold the licensing rights for his books. Robert Kiyosaki, I call him Rich Dad Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki just sold the licensing rights for his books for millions and millions of dollars. I don't have off the top of my head how many millions, but it was, I think it might have been around 52 million or something like that. His face, his name is associated with the Rich Dad Poor Dad brand, and he still made a huge sale. So it's all about how you structure things and how clever you are at productizing, turning you into products. You can always have an exit strategy, you just need to be smart about it. However, I believe if you are a great speaker, then anything less than really leveraging your personality inside your business is foolish, because your business will not grow as quickly as you want it to, and you won't love it because you're a people person. You enjoy this. So get out there and do what you really enjoy. So in summary now, let's look at what we've covered in this video. We started by having a look at why speaking was such a great way to accelerate your business growth. Whether you're a coach, consultant, entrepreneur in a bricks and mortar business, if you want more clients, more sales, and ultimately more profit in your business, then we know that speaking is probably the fastest way that you can accelerate your business. Get out there, become known as the expert, and people will be bashing down your door. We then had a look at a few of the mistakes that people make when starting out in speaking, and then we went into detail about those 3 phases of business growth. First, starting with the foundation, moving into the business growth phase, and then thirdly into speaking business branding. So I hope this training video has been really useful for you. If you've enjoyed this video and you want more of the same, there's a few things you can do. Number 1, head on over to our blog at www.shiftspeakertraining.com/blog. You can register there for an RSS feed from the blog, and every time we update with new training and new information, it'll get delivered straight to you. The other thing you can do is go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Dr. Joanna Martin. So if you go check out my YouTube channel, the link's right there on your screen, and you can register there. So every time I put up a new training video, you can follow us on YouTube as well. You can find me on Twitter, make friends with me on Facebook. There's a million different ways that you can stay abreast of what we're doing here at Shift Speaker Training. But make sure you check in and get our newsletters and so on, because you're going to want to stay involved with what we're sharing. So I look forward to speaking to you really, really soon.